Welcome back to our Freaks and Geeks to the Square Round Table podcast. I'm your host, Dimitri, and this is my co-host.
Mark in the building. You see,
Hey.
I'm getting that lag on point now. I just
Yeah,
figured
you
it out.
are. You figured it out. Yeah, with the the new superhero movies that are coming out this month. I think it's this month.
Just
Yeah,
this
because
month,
Fantastic Four and Superman came out first, and Fantastic Four came out last weekend or so, weekend or two ago, something like that. But today we're going to be talking about the new Superman movie, and what we thought about it. I know a lot of people on the internet are like,
I'm just a punk rocker. Yes, I am. I'm sorry.
He had to. It's there. It's good.
That song was stuck in my head for 3 days.
Hey, it's all everywhere, but it's a good song. It's great.
It is.
But I know people are diverse about it, or not diverse, divided, if more or less.
I would say it got to a real political level. I'm talking about like where they was actually talking about it on the news.
On the news. Yeah, exactly. So
I was like,
they call it. What do they call it? Super woke.
Super woke.
Super woke is what they were calling it.
We're
here to give our thoughts about all this.
I would say let's just air this, get it out the way right now before we even get deep into it.
Get it.
As we have discussed before and broken down very precise and laid it out in one of our older podcasts, if you would like to go check that out, it will be in the description below. But when it comes to the term woke, for one, they have turned it into a very negative term because it was never a negative term. Two, Superman has been woke since the creation of Superman. It don't get no more woke than this. This is what's gonna put the icing on the cake. Superman was created by two Jewish born like immigrants. His premise was already woke before he even got on the page, coming from the people who came up with the idea.
Who came up with him, and not to mention the fact of the matter that Superman on record has went against, I think, Hitler and for sure the Klan.
The Klan, any kind of fascist group, dictators, and on top of that, he was sent to Earth. He is an alien. What is an alien? What is the actual definition of an alien in the dictionary, Demetrius? What is it called? A what? Not even the definition. What's the other words you can say for an alien?
An immigrant.
There you go. So for all these people talking about, oh, he made it about immigration and Superman is being super woke. No. It's been like that. Get your panties out the bunch and just think about this as what it is. It is a comic book movie. This movie is not here to make any kind of statement, to address any kind of issues, because that's comics. Comics always have been controversial / political. That's just the game. So of course the movies are going to reflect where it came from. So there we go. I got that out. Go ahead.
I got a little extra bit out of that. How are you mad? And I'm talking about the people who dislike this movie, and there's a few people that dislike this movie because of the message of Superman. His message was literally be kind and treat people like you want to be treated, you know? Literally that's it. Like literally you're mad at someone being kind to people.
It's not cool to be good anymore.
That's not cool. It's not punk. It's
not punk rock.
Nice person. Yeah, it's not punk rock.
Bro, it's so crazy that I've seen like all of these interviews and posts with like these other like social media influencers who've been talking about the same thing we're saying. And they all say the same thing. So I really think this movie reminds people like what it is to see a good person. Because I think everybody's forgotten what that looks like, which is very sad when you think about it. It tells you the state that we are in, and not just in our country, but the world. Because that's like a heavy thing to lay on to come out of a film like this. To what you said, and you know what I brought up, we just had to like air that out and get it out there because it like people don't understand this movie has taken on a lot before it hit the theaters, this is what everybody was talking about. Like people who went to see early screenings or the media of what they've seen and what they've heard. This is all they talked about leading up to the movie. And then people go see it who are real like comic book fans and who ain't into all that crap. Everybody I heard just about enjoyed it. It's probably a couple of people who's hating, but it's always haters out there.
Always.
What B.O.B. said, haters everywhere we go, baby.
Yeah, haters everywhere you go. I think what a lot of the people that dislike this movie were like Snyder fans. Like that's a subsection of the fandom. It's not all.
I agree.
It's not all people that just hate or think everything's woke or whatever like that. It's also like Snyder fans who were just like hating on it because Henry Cavill for sure got shafted. Let's figure that out. He got shafted. They did my boy. They did him dirty. But like Superman needs to have bright, vibrant colors. Like what Zack Snyder was doing with them and what we had at the time was okay, but it wasn't exactly what Superman was supposed to be. Like there's certain parts of Zack Snyder's Superman where it's just nah, this man just wanted a god or whatever. Or he just wanted a brooding. He just wanted, our co-host Chad said, it was like he just wanted a Batman. Like he couldn't make a Batman, so he made Superman and he made him.
No, he literally did. He made it so dark down to the setting and the tones. Like he even made the farm look depressing, and that's always been a bright spot in Superman's life. Like, and it just looked like so sad and depressing. And I was like, even the Metropolis and Daily Planet, like the Daily Planet was just like I think the MetLife building or something that he
something
used
like that.
And I was like, you took all of the fun out of Superman. Don't get me wrong. Like we say all the time, we love Henry Cavill Superman.
Yeah.
Because he did a good job. But the tonally, it wasn't what we were looking for. Especially what we had gotten up to then. Like every Superman iteration up to then was, like you said, bright, vibrant. Even Smallville. Like Smallville was a more serious like tone. But it still had the colors, the
lighthearted moments.
Exactly. That's what makes Superman.
But like you said, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. No, go ahead. I wasn't saying.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just had a thought, like you were saying. I wanted to touch more on, like you saying, every iteration, but literally Zack Snyder's is like bright and vibrant, and for the most part. And then I think with his whole idea of grounding, more having, I guess you would say, more grounded verse, he took all of the comic bookness out of it, like the look of the comic book out of it. And,
he tried to be Marvel. He tried to be Marvel, and it just didn't work, man. You can't, when it comes to Superman, you can't do him like Iron Man and all that, because he's literally like a superhero who's all powerful, who can fly, who can shoot lasers out of his eyes, has super breath, all these things that you gotta be like, it has to be a little over the top, even to his villains and stuff. And then he just really crushed us with the Lex. The Lex Luthor character he chose and the direction he went. And I'm to this day I stand by it and say that wasn't Lex, that was like his son. And he was on like vacation on the island or something
like that. It said in the credit, I think it's like Junior.
Yeah. I think. Like he was off on the island somewhere chilling on vacation for about a few months. And that's why he was there. That's what I say in my head. But like we said, like the podcast says, I know it says Superman, but we're here to review the Superman 2025 movie directed by our guy, the GOAT, right now, comic book movies, because he ain't missed yet. James Gunn, starring David Cornswet as Superman, Rachel Brosnan as Lois, and our boy Nicholas Hoult as Lex. I called them out because those are like the main three people.
We got to put our boy on there, Mr. Terrific. He gotta.
Oh yeah. I can't say his name though. I ain't finna F up his name.
He ain't gonna butcher his name, but let me know that he did it. He did his work. He did his work.
Yeah,
man.
but yeah, D. So coming into this movie, just it's almost perfect that we brought up Zack Snyder. Coming off of the Snyderverse and how that kind of fell through, and coming into this like new era, because we've talked about it before on the podcast and what we was expecting and if we was nervous or not. coming into this movie as it got closer to being like a real thing with the trailers and merchandise and seeing the actors do interviews and James Gunn, what were like your expectations coming into it? Because I guess I'm trying to say, did you set them not so high just in case because of what you just came off of, or did you just go into it like, I got faith because it's James, he killed it with Guardians, I'm all in, let's do it.
It was like, because you saw it before me, and you told me, you gave it the green light, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna have a good
I kind of
time,
gave you the cheat code, the
cheat code. So I went in, I was
sheet.
like, I knew it was James Gunn, and I like James Gunn's work because Guardians of the Galaxy is definitely my favorite like trilogy from the Marvel universe and stuff like that. Overall, like it's just a perfect 1, 2, 3. So like I'm already in it, and I like Peacemaker because I finally got to watch Peacemaker about a month or so ago, and that was good. I got caught up on all my.
I just started on it because I want to watch season 2, so I just started on it.
Yeah, I finally got caught. I watched a lot of other movies too that they did, but that's a whole another. What's today?
Yeah.
I'm rambling. But I went in with your with your like, oh, it's a good movie, your stamp of approval. But I was like, if it wasn't, it's James Gunn. I'm gonna have a fun time flying around and seeing everything. And I'll tell you one thing: this movie, it got me emotional. I don't know how to explain it. I didn't know where I was just the emotions came up, and I was like, what?
I thought it was just me. I thought it was just me.
I thought it was just me too.
I was like, man, I'm like, it just make me feel good. Like I ain't had a feeling like this since I was a kid watching the movie.
Exactly.
You know, just seriously, the whole time I was sitting there and I was like, it was one time I think I caught myself following him when he was flying and stuff. Like even the heartfelt moments they had, and like you could feel, like you said, you could really feel. It was a feel good movie. You felt a lot of the emotions, even with Lex. Like I felt bad for him at the end because we saw what his downfall is and why he is the way he is. He's an envious, self-centered, jealous. He's jealous. He has jealousy. So it's all these things that's molding him because you can almost tell because it's been three. It's three. This film. It's already been 3 years of Superman, like in Metropolis. So you know they've already had their battles, and you see how like even Lex is still like shaping into who he's gonna be later on, like Superman in the movie. So you see him make that turn, especially when he off old dude in the pocket dimension.
Oh yeah.
Which I did not think he was. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, he ain't finna go that dark. And then he did it, and I was like, oh, we finna get that kind of Lex.
And he was like, I ain't even mean to do that.
So I was like, yeah, and I remember I told you after I came out the theater, I was like, Demetrius, this is a comic book movie. When I say comic book movie, I'm not talking comic book accurate because, like we say all the time, none of these movies are gonna be comic book accurate.
No, that's something that people gotta go ahead.
No, go ahead, because you literally finna say something I'm finna say. That's why I want to
hear what like, what was I gonna say? Because like, dang, I lost my thought, my train.
We was finna have a moment.
We was gonna have it. But like these movies, like there is no comic book accurate movie. Like there's just so many source materials, so many ideas going around, and also like the Marvel, the MCU, and the DCU are their own like universes. So whatever happens in there is new, and people have to let go of this term comic book accurate. There it goes. You're gonna have to let go of this term of comic book accurate because you're just not gonna be satisfied. Like they're not gonna do it. And here's the thing, I realized something like a while back. It's like you don't really necessarily want them to do a comic book accurate like down to the wire. You don't want it to be like 1-to-1 to a comic book. You just don't like. You're gonna go, oh, all right. I saw Flashpoint, the animated series. Now I'm looking at a 1-to-1 of that animated series live action. That's boring. Who's gonna go pay money for that? But you want a movie that, if the market is saying, has a comic book feel. You know, that feels like it's moving not only at the pace of a comic book, like you're just going from scene to scene because like you're flipping a page. It feels like you're just flipping pages. You know, and that's good.
It felt like when the movie opened, and I just found this little tidbit out that David Cornsworth, who plays Superman, he's a big Star Wars fan. So he suggested to James like that kind of like opening crawl. It wasn't like a literal crawl, but telling what's going on and what's been happening over the years, like that intro. He suggested that, and I'm like,
cool.
yeah, and I'm like that even adds more to it. But going back to what we were talking about, like the opening sequence, you're thrown right into it. And that's, I tell people all the time, I keep hearing all these people, oh, this is why I hate not getting an origin story. Because then you got to have a montage and blah, 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 blah. Like all these people so butthurt about not having an origin story. But it's like, sometimes when you open a comic book and it's the first issue, it's never an origin story most of the time, especially at this point in history, since comic books and a character like that has been around like 80 some years. You're not gonna tell the origin story every time. It's more of, it'll be like a issue 4 and they might flash back to when they was kids or something happened. But mainly it's jumping right into it, or you getting like that big splat page where it's like showing all the different stuff that happened through the months, and then you like thrown right into the action, or it might just be right into the Daily Planet. That's like how it starts out, and that's how I felt in the film, and even to the point where the action and it's like real fast paced and you're keeping up with it. So it felt like literally you opened the comic book and it went on to the screen. Yeah, so I know another issue two people had was.
I got a question. You might say it, but go ahead. Go ahead and say your issue.
No, because another issue everybody kept talking about too was they was like, oh, this Superman is a lot weaker than all the other Superman because he got his ass kicked in the first part and he was all beat up and blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, here we go. Y'all just never satisfied. But go ahead, what you just finished say, D?
On that point, and I have my own thing. On that point, I think, and it's my lore issue or my lore like explanation. Is like Superman is still trying to figure out how to hold himself back. He's only 3 years into the game. He's trying to figure out how not to put a hole through somebody. He's got this immense amount of strength, so he's getting beat up. But did he die? No. He came back every time. I gotta get back up there and do this. And yeah,
it's the way you said. But did he die?
I'm just saying, though, like he didn't die. But my question is about after that point. But my question is, how did you feel about? Because this is another big thing that people had a problem with, and we're having discourse about. Is how did you feel about them changing his like origin story? James Gunn changing the origin story. With his parents. How did you feel about that? Because
I freaking loved it. I loved every bit of it. You know why, Demetrius? Because we talked about this already. But you know why? Because sometimes you gotta switch some shit up, man. And then it fits. It fits. Like it doesn't. It's not one of those things where it just does not make sense because they were good. They were scientists. You have to think about it like this. That's a whole nother planet. In the universe, and according to them, they're superior to us on Earth because of the technology, science, the environment, the way they grow their crops, all of that stuff. Of course, if they see something like Earth, it's almost primitive to them. And you go there, spread your seed or whatever, show them how to do this, rule over them, and basically make another Krypton. Like it makes sense because that's what would happen in some cases. Every case is not going to be, yes, my son, you go and you show the people of Earth and you protect. Because why would they say that? They know nothing about Earth. Earth is just another stick in the universe to them.
Exactly. Because like my thing is, and I like the change because I liked it because of how Superman thought, oh, my parents love me and I want to share that love with everybody else. And then when he found out about it, and then when he found out the other half of the message, it disgusted him. And that's how you want your Superman to look when he hears that shit. It's disgust. It's how his parents could be like that.
It's just like almost a real life thing. If you're a foster child, you never met your parents, and let's just say they show you a picture of your parents and they was like professional athletes who were good at what they did, And then, but you have this family that love you and molded you into this good person you are, or whatever you do. But then you find out that even though your parents was like great athletes, they ended up being bad people, and it's okay. That's why they're not my parents. These are the people who raised me. This is who I am. Even though that's where I came from and that's my genetics, I became something greater, something better. Somebody like he legit is a good person, and it made him even more of a good person because of what he came from and what he saw. He's basically like, that's what I'm not going to be.
Yeah,
And
I'm not about that.
things like that. That's what make character development and a stronger hero. So I didn't see what the big deal was. I'm like,
the thing is, the thing that I love from that is like after Aftermath and his actual like his foster parents, like his dad was like, parents raise our kids or put into our kids what we want the best of them, and sometimes your parents just ain't shit. You pretty much,
pretty
much they ain't shit. And I love how like in the beginning he had his Kryptonian parents and like he had them, and this is what soothed them. And at the end, they changed it to his Earth parents,
and then all
that's
like
what
the
he
images
saw.
of him growing
Yeah,
up, and that's the true,
that touched
that's
me
the
for
true
real.
meaning. Yeah, that's the true meaning of the whole film. It's about, like we said in the beginning, actually just being a good person and not letting your lineage or your ancestry like determine who you are supposed to be. This is who you are. This is who you chose to be. This is who you are, and this is the path that you've laid out for yourself. And it was good to see him because, like you said, a lot of times it's always he goes to the fortress, he listens to the messages. His dad tells him how to do this and how to do that, but at the end of the day, it's him who's really doing it. So who is he gonna really go to? His actual parents, and I like that we have both of them for right now because every iteration of Superman we get, one of them doesn't last long. So I was happy to see that. That made me feel good. I was like, okay, we got Ma and Pa for a minute.
I was
happy like the animated series.
Exactly. I was happy to see because what we usually get is like a more like a reverse. Like his dad was more of the sympathetic character, and his mom was more like the heart. Right, exactly. And I like to see the flip of that, where we're seeing a softer,
I love how she
like
called him
dad.
like your big softy.
Right? She called him big mush. She called him mush or something like that. Mush.
Yeah, so you know that
man,
I didn't mind that change.
I didn't mind it at all.
I don't think it changed. It is honest. The honest thing about it, it really didn't change anything story wise. Like the story still flowed perfectly. So I don't get what the big deal was. I really don't. Maybe I missed something.
I think people are just so used to the way that the story is in like the comic books for 80 plus years, and they really haven't changed it. But I will say one thing that I agreed with Superman in. I agreed his crash out when Lex took his dog. I was with him with it. I was on the whole. Bro, I was like,
you want to hear some funny shit about that? So this one dude was like, "See, y'all think he was there for the dog? Nah, look. He's like, he paused. He's looking at fear in his face. He was because." Do you realize whose dog that is? And if y'all don't give her dog back and she come back, you think he powerful. Wait till she comes. She ain't got no morals. So, bro, I laughed so much. I was like, bro, I'm going with that no matter what. I don't care what James Gunn said. That's my like analogy for that moment. Right? Clark was busting up in there because he was like, man, if Kara comes back and this dog is not here, she gonna kill me. So Lex, give me the damn dog right now.
Look, I'll take it like this. I think it's a combination of the two. I think he was like, I gotta get that dog back, but I think Superman, he cares about the dog, even though the dog.
No, he definitely does. He definitely
and
does.
And I like the reason that he gave himself up was for the dog. That just showed how kind and how like his humanity.
Bro,
like you saw it.
He saved the squirrel while he was fighting
yes.
kaiju. On top of that, he didn't want to take out the kaiju. He wanted to save him and take him somewhere to be studied. So it's like, how can you really hate this man? He's doing everything in his power. Like, it was a clip. I think I sent it to you, and they were showing like Zack Snyder's Superman for Aura, and it was like,
oh yeah,
you sent it to me. He missed the truck and it blew up a building. But here in James Gunn, he's literally like holding the monster so it won't hit the building. And I was like, bro, there it is right there. That one scene shows the big difference in the two.
There's another short that I didn't send you, and it was like him saving the girl, and then it was Cavill Superman in the courtroom letting them blow up.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. I saw that one.
I was like, look, we liked Henry Cavill as Superman. He was great, like I say. I just think they wrote him to be like Zod light, man.
Yeah, he was
or
very
like
close to being like Zod.
He was close because Superman would never just let people die. He would just save them and then go, okay, put me back in whatever cuffs you got. I just wanted to stop that from happening because I can hear it. So I think. Go ahead.
I was just I got a question with that, like the dog and Superman, because I know we're talking like a lot about what we liked about Superman. So I think pretty much everybody is gonna get the idea of how we felt about Superman in the whole. And I just want to say one quick thing before I ask this question too.
Okay.
I will say this. I feel like this film was a big homage to Christopher Reeve and Brandon Routh Superman.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was put together. And it was good to have that because the way he did when he changed his voice as Superman and as Clark when he was doing the interview with Lois, just the little moments he had as Superman that Brandon Routh had when he was playing them and the Christopher Reeve, like it was very, like we said, very lighthearted and bright and vibrant. And it's like you said, that's what we was missing. Yeah. And I'm just glad they didn't try to like replicate a lot of stuff from those two, but it definitely paid homage to a lot of things from those two films. So I go to ask this because we talked about Lex, we talked about Superman. How did you feel about the Justice Gang? Not League yet. It's Justice Gang. How do you feel about it? And do you think, because I think I told you, I think James Gunn did a very good job at handling a group of characters and not having them outshine the main characters, because it's almost like he was balancing two groups: the Daily Bugle, the Justice Gang, Lex and his group. Man, that's three. So like he had, and then the whole thing with Clark and his relationships with people, but he never made it feel like it was too much going on at one time. Everything balanced out, and everything he set up, it paid off. Like we always say when we talk, the payoff always came in the end with anything he set up.
No, I agree. So how do I think he handled just the Justice Gang or like
multiple deals? So what were your thoughts on the Justice Gang? Like
overall? I think he did a great job with introducing them because I think Hot Girl was introduced really great. You got pretty much enough to really know who she is. Not too much because I'm sure he's gonna have his own, or she's gonna have her own like series or something. James Gunn's gonna do something with that character, and probably Guy too. But I think he handled, and Mr. Terrific, and I think he handled those characters great, and they were like allies to Superman. Like they'd come in when he needed them, or they would handle things when he was like fed up with, or he was just dealing with his stuff. They would handle like that time they were handling that beast outside, and him and Lois were in there, and he had the scene with the boots that was in the trailer. And they can handle that. That's just some interdimensional imp or something like that. And so they came in times, or they were used in times when he needed a moment or a breath to have a conversation or this, like the other. So they weren't, like you said, overshadowing. So I like their inclusion. I think they didn't overshadow. I don't think any characters overshadowed anybody. And they all got to shine because Guy Gardner got his theme where he was flicking off everybody with the middle fingers and stuff and pushing them back. And Hot Girl just got a kill off on the corrupt politician dude, popping him and stuff. She got her piece. Terrific. Mr. Terrific got a whole freaking battle scene. That was cool.
Whole battle scene. And Metamorpho. He got his time to shine. I was happy about that because I like that character too. I like how he, like we said, this movie is really about being a good person and having that choice, making that choice. Because with him, he was obviously doing that for his son, but he realized he's like, this guy, look at what this guy's doing and what he's going through, and he's still trying to be good. I can do the same because I have stuff to fight for. It's showing that you can make that choice, or you can just go Lex and just say, nah, F that. I'm going all evil.
Exactly.
Everything.
I think, and then even Crypto scenes were great. Like him and Superman doing their combo play in the air. That was one of my favorite freaking scenes.
That was awesome.
Man, they were going off.
Awesome.
And then
awesome.
I liked the reveal of Ultraman, which honestly, and I know it's not possible. I know that Bizarro is in its own different thing. But I was like, give me Bizarro. Make him come back as Bizarro or whatever. You figure it out, James Gunn.
Yeah, I would have liked that too, instead of him being like Ultraman. Because he said he was a clone. And I was like, it's either two clones of Superman we get. It's either Connor or Bizarro. And I know they ain't going to do Connor this early because he's younger. So that's why I was like, I thought it was going to be Bizarro. But I see what he's doing, what he's playing with. So it could. I think we will get a Bizarro. I think
honestly, the reason I say Ultraman to Bizarro is just because Bizarro doesn't have he's not smart. Yeah, he has the powers, but not the intellect.
He definitely fit the description of what Bizarro is.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that.
Only thing is he didn't have the freeze eyes and stuff like that. Because I think
he
Bizarro
just
has
had the
different.
Same, he had the same abilities as Clark. Yeah.
People are thinking, from what I saw online, people are thinking that he's gonna somehow go to the black hole, go to another Earth, and then become the Justice Gang and come back eventually and
hey man, as long as I get to see Owlman, bro, I don't care.
Oh, Owlman in live action will go so off, man.
I don't care what y'all do. If he come back with the whole
with the whole gang, Owlman, that'd be tough.
James Gunn will be the GOAT if he pulls that off, man. So
he'll pull it off. Like I said, I trust in James Gunn and what he's doing. And then he introduced Supergirl in this movie. She came in and
this was hilarious.
And she's hilarious. And she called Superman a bitch. She's like, bitch.
But dude, I laughed so hard. I've never heard anybody call Superman a bitch on the screen.
then walk the fuck off.
Because Clark he just took it like, you can tell she probably be like fucking him up or even bothering him to the point where it's okay, whatever, car, I'm a bitch. Okay, just get out.
Just leave.
I just went through a whole thing and now you come in here with all of this. I don't need this right
now. Right? And like I say, I didn't remember Kara's repertoire because I'm used to CW Kara. I did watch the animated series for sure when I was a kid, but I forgot Kara gets her wings off the mud. She will beat the brakes off you.
I was saying she's definitely a wild card, bro.
I saw her piecing out Darkseid in the animated universe. Bro, and I was like, what?
When she dodged his Omega beam and then that mess hit him in the back, and he was like, you can tell he was like, the fuck?
I think she gave him the Robin 2 knees to the chest or something like that.
Man, so I can't wait to see her film.
That's gonna be crazy.
I'm very excited.
Go off.
But
I got a question
too.
Oh, okay. Do your point, and then I got.
No, I was just gonna say another thing too is because I know we've been talking about it, but I've noticed too that this whole film, he didn't go by Kal-El or nothing. You didn't hear him really mention that name, and that's another thing. Like James Gunn is making it very obvious that he is Clark Kent. That's who he is right now. And that's who he's accepting himself as. So I was just gonna make that point because I know we was talking about Supergirl, and you see the different dynamics between them.
Different dynamics.
And I like how they're going the route of saying that he's older, and I don't think he's gonna do the whole story about they came and hers was off course, which I'm perfectly fine with because it's still. In reality, he's older than her either way. So it doesn't matter if it was because the ship was delayed. It doesn't matter. I hate when people get off technical, no, it's because the ship was off. No, we don't have to do that.
We don't have to do that because she's younger than him regardless of how it happened. You can make her the younger cousin or whatever and she shot off a little after him or same time or whatever. And you'll figure it out. You know how that is. But I was going to ask, what character are you looking forward to seeing in James Gunn's verse? What character do you want?
What character?
Can be one that's already announced. Can be a new one.
Honestly, because she has not been done right yet, and I've been waiting to get a good version of her. I'm honestly gonna say Wonder Woman.
Oh, you didn't like the dog?
because hell no. You know I did it. Dude, he
I just
asked
want
that
to.
because he knows the answer. He's being messy right now. He know I
I just
don't
want.
like that
I just want it on
portrayal.
the airway right now. You know, I want to let everybody know where
But
you
no,
at.
I don't care for that portrayal of Wonder Woman.
Cavill.
The first one was a good like idea, but her portrayal, no, I don't care for it that much. So I'm really looking forward to that because if this is what James Gunn can give us out the gate, I'm just wondering what he's gonna do with the mascara, with Diana. He's talking about Nebula's gonna be in there. We already got Themyscira with what's our show, Creature Commandos.
Oh yeah.
We already know that they out there. So I'm excited to see what route he goes. Is he gonna sprinkle in a little bit of this absolute version? Is he gonna sprinkle in a new 52 version? New Frontier. What is she gonna be? Is she gonna be one of the heroes that's been around for the 300 years and was fighting back in the day? That's a version where they always go with when she was in the wars and she stepped back. So I'm excited to just see what he's gonna do with her because we really haven't gotten that yet. Like with Batman, it's always hit or miss. Superman hit or miss. So we've gotten our good and our bad, but with her, it's just been bad for her film.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
That would be one that I'm excited about because of all the other characters that can come from that.
Yeah.
But honestly, if I had to pick a strong second, it would be the Teen Titans.
That's fair. I think he's already announced that. I think he's working on that, but that's fair.
Yeah,
Teen Titans got to go off because
yeah,
our last iteration of the Teen Titans, I wasn't messing with it that
yeah.
hard.
And that's why I say that. I feel like James will kill it because of the blueprint that's already there from Guardian. So we know it
Mm-hmm.
can work.
Yeah.
It's just like we trying to visualize it. Demetrius say we had a bad taste in our mouth from the last one, so you gotta eat enough scoops of that ice cream to get rid of that them peas and carrots taste.
Oh, are you? I don't know. You already know mine, but I'm gonna say I want to see James Gunn's Martian Manhunter. I want to see that.
Definitely,
Oh, that's
definitely,
where I'm at. That's the first person
definitely,
that came to my mind. I was like,
definitely.
look,
What
if you can do a
are
Superman,
you
Martian Man,
are you
there.
pulling for the DC the animated series version? Or are you going for comic, the new like iterations of him? What do you want to see,
Hmm.
or do you just have an open mind of James? I know you got it. I'm just gonna see what you come up with.
I wanted to see what he comes up with because, like, we've had so many iterations. Like, we've had not comic books. We've had TV show, Supergirl. I think that Supergirl had a Martian, and
Yeah,
it was actually pretty good. I wasn't mad about it.
yeah.
Actor, but he did his part. And then we had a Justice League movie in the director's cut. But we don't talk about that. Yeah, I mention it now just because I feel like someone's gonna be like, "We had it recently in the Justice League Power movie," and I'm like, "Yeah, but we never saw him again. So what are we doing?"
Yes. That. Yeah,
So
I agree with you on that.
I'm feeling like because I thought Mr. Hanson was a white Martian for a long like when I saw him at
I
first I was
did
like,
too.
"Oh, that a white
I
Martian
did
we
too.
already got here,"
Yeah.
but
It's
it
a.
wasn't, and that's okay.
It's like I said. That's a good one. That's definitely a good one because we haven't really. That's he's up there with Wonder Woman. We haven't
Yeah,
got like that good version, and we coming out the gate hitting like so strong with this Superman. And even when it was in the Hall of Justice with the mural, and we
yeah.
seen like all the heroes and some of them from the Golden Age, and then he even had some newer heroes in there. So I was like, okay, James,
All
you
right.
doing something? You doing something right here?
Look,
I see what you're doing, my guy.
I definitely want, and this is just because I'm a big Flash fan. I want another Flash. I
Yeah,
look. I like
yeah.
CW's Flash for like season 1 and 2, and Grant Gustin. He did a great job. I
Yeah,
actually really would love for him to just be
but that's
Flash
another
again.
one, boy. What we was left with last. Woo!
Because Miller was not great, man.
So
And,
James, coming from the Square Roundtable, we just want you to give us a redeemable version of the Flash, Wonder
mhm,
Woman, and
and
Martian
that Martian
Manhunter.
Manhunter. Yep.
That's all we
And
asking. We get that, we satisfied.
we
We
chilling.
good.
So being that we're wrapping things up, what would you give this movie? I got one more question after that. Since we're wrap. Act like I said now.
Honestly, what did I say I gave it when I talked to you? I can't remember.
I think you said a
Is it a
9 or 8
9?
or 9. I think you said 9. I think you gave it a 9.
Yeah, I gave it a good strong 9 because the only thing I would say about it is a few times it felt like it was just a few times it felt like some little Russian spots in there. Like
Yeah.
it was trying to get to a point a little too fast, and I can understand, but that kind of halted it a little bit, or hurt it just a little bit.
Yeah.
I wasn't too big on what's Lex's girl, the
I
engineer.
forget her.
Yeah,
I forget her name, but
I think the
yeah.
engineer. I wasn't too big, not on her character, but
Oh yeah. Okay.
the nanite thing they did when they were fighting
Yeah.
Clark. I didn't care
You're
for that as much because I was just like, okay, whatever. I guess it had to be for the plot, but I didn't care for that part as
for
much.
the plot.
Yeah, so that's
No,
why.
I get
And like
that.
I said, it was just little
Little
few
nitpick.
things. But other than that, even because I even know old girl who's with Jimmy and how she was
Oh
like,
yeah.
she was really smart, but people thought she was dumb because she taking the Celtics. But I think that was like planned out. Like she did, that
Yeah.
was definitely planned out. So give
She's
her
trying to get her
credit
way out.
because she helped. She was a big part of the reason they got Lex. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
definitely
agree.
give it a 9. It's a good starter point for a good kickoff starter movie for the universe. I'm very excited to see what comes after that. So I'm definitely on board. That's a fact right there.
Yeah, I agree with you. It is a 9, and it's just like it's for me. It's the nitpicks, like your like nitpicks of the pacing and stuff like that. That's really the pacing because the nanotech girl. I understood what her purpose was. I understood, like I knew she was out of her weight class fighting Clark because the only thing she could do was
Yeah,
the nanotech. And once Superman was like,
exactly. I was
put
like,
her down
she
real quick, she done. I was like, all right, cool. The real fight was with him and Ultraman, really. Like that was
exactly.
what it was.
Exactly.
But yeah, I give it a 9. But let me ask you one follow up question: Is this your favorite Superman that you've seen in the years, or is
Oh
there
yeah.
one that's like more
We just saying live action.
live action? Yeah, live action
Oh
portrayal.
yeah, definitely. He Christopher Reeve is still up there because it's that his Superman just has other stuff tied to it that makes him up there. But
Yeah,
definitely, this is my favorite version. Yeah, this is my favorite version.
yeah. This is my favorite version, and I did Brandon's version. I like this,
Yeah,
like it looks.
those are my top 3:
Yeah.
Brandon, Christopher Reeve, and now this one. And like
Hmm.
I said, we just have love for Henry Cavill and what he did. So
Yeah,
he got a special place in our heart. But that's my big 3 right there. Yeah, that's my big 3.
yeah. And the one thing I love that like they gave us the CW. The one thing I love about the CW, they gave the many flaw that it had pacing and story. If they gave Brandon another shot to put on the suit in the show, so
Yeah,
like he got a
yeah,
chance to put on the S again. I was like,
yeah.
I was
And he
like,
got to be Kingdom Come Superman too.
yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
all right,
yeah,
CW.
yeah.
I
Definitely,
respect it. I didn't know you came
definitely.
in like that. I respect it. But other than that, Superman was a fun ride. I think everybody should go see it. I think it's a movie that will teach not only you, but if you have kids, it's a good thing for them to see. It's a good
Hmm.
representation of a superhero, and it's a good representation of someone to look to. Like when we were kids, we were like, oh, hey, I look at Superman or I look at Batman or the Flash or any character of a superhero as a model of how to live my life. Be kind to others. I think that's a good thing for your kids to see, or kids in general to see.
And
So,
adults too.
and
Some
adults
adults,
too. Yeah,
some adults
yeah.
need to be reminded of this. Shoot.
I'm just saying you gotta give them these movies
I
young so they don't grow into
I
those
got
adults.
I got one more thing before you close it out, D.
Okay, all right.
Because he went on the route of giving him the trunks, which he explained why. By the way, for people who don't like it, it's the whole idea of Superman's trying to look like not cool so he can play off as not being as strong, and then so the children won't be scared of him.
Yep.
However, do you think he goes with Trunks for the Dark Knight or he doesn't?
Mm. Oh. I don't think he will, honestly, because Superman is to not bring fear or whatever, but Batman is to bring
My
fear.
boy.
So he ain't going with them
My
trunks.
dog. I had to test you. I had to test you to see if you was gonna say that, because that's what I said. I was like, everybody was afraid. Oh, is he gonna do the trunks of Batman? And I was like, I don't think so, because the idea of why he did it for Superman is not the same with Batman. Now, if he showed like a flashback, I think we would get it in a flashback.
That's
like if
fair,
it's like
yeah.
his first suit or something, or we see it in the Batcave or something like that. But I definitely think it's gonna be no trunks. Now, I do think he might try to incorporate that blue and gray somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Because it seems like he's going for those kind of colors, that palette in his films. So I do think we might finally get the blue suit from Batman. Not
Like a
that
good
terrible
looking
one
blue
they did
too.
in the Flash. Yeah.
Hey, we both thought the same
Yeah.
thing because I was
Yeah.
like a good one.
That was a piece of shit.
Look,
as Chad said, this is a piece of shit.
I tried to respect it because I like the blue, man. I tried to respect it in the movie because I like the blue, the more blue tone. But
Yeah.
after looking at it in the light a couple times, I was like, nah, I can't.
Oof.
Even. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't give it that props.
But yeah, man, that's it. That was my final thing, man.
I'm
so
good.
D, you know what time it is? It's time for a shameless promotion. If I had the little thing, I'd make the noise. But D, take it away and tell them where they can find us, listen to us, check us out. Let them know, my brother.
This has been the Square Roundtable podcast, and if you like our content and what we put out, you like this video for sure, comment and subscribe to the channel. It's great. We do content like this all the time, and hit the notification bell on the right side of the video to be notified of our future videos. Hit us up on our social media, our Instagram, never Twitter or X or whatever it's called now. We do have a Discord. We do have a Reddit, and yeah, join us. We like to talk about all things comics and pop culture in there. And also, if you have anything you wanted to talk about that you might want to hear our opinions on, leave it in those sections, either Instagram, like comment on this post or any post or whatever like that. Let us know. Message us. DMs are open.
Exactly. We respond. We're not that famous. We
We'll
gonna respond to y'all.
you.
We love our fans.
Yeah, so with that being said, I've been your host, Dimitri. This is my co-host.
I'm a walking dog, and up in the sky is a bird, it's a plane. No, who is it, Demetrius?
It's Superman.
And we are out.
Peace.